alone and terrified. This cub is just 6 weeks old. Close by, mother lays helpless. Stunned by a tranquilizer. Scientists attempt to rescue. It looks cruel. Truth is, it's meant to save the polar bear as a species. What these scientists are finding is that polar bears are losing weight year after year. They're slowly starving to death. The chief culprit: global warming. Right across the Arctic, global warming is casting an ominous shadow. The greenhouse effect, created by the mass burning of fossil fuels, has meant surface air temperatures in the Arctic have risen up to 4 degrees over the past 50 years. As a result, the Greenland ice cap, the world's second largest ice cap, is melting at an unprecedented rate. Every year, there's 9% less sea ice than the year before. Polar bears need that ice to hunt their favourite meal: seals. Less ice means less time to hunt. Less time to eat.
And the research that we have and the information we have, it doesn't look a good story for polar bears.
Polar bears worldwide need to have a certain amount of body fat in order to reproduce. They can survive with less, but if they're trying to reproduce, they need more body fat. So as the polar bears become leaner and leaner, reproduction is going to become poorer and poorer.
Life on the ice has always been tough for the polar bears. While they have adapted superbly to these conditions, these days they're finding it tougher and tougher to get around. Not only is there less ice, but what's left is getting harder and harder to cross. Satellite imagery shows the reality of the bear's disappearing hunting ground. The sea ice in summer has been shrinking to the point it covers 20% less than it did 3 decades ago. And there's every sign the ice will continue to disappear.
Climate modelers are now telling us that the sea ice may disappear entirely in the next 50 to 100 years. And if that happens, that means that polar bears would have to retrace 80,000 or more years of evolutionary history in 50 to 100 years, and that just doesn't seem very likely.
Ahead, we investigate the plight of the polar bear. Bears so hungry, they're on the prowl for human food. Residents so worried they're on guard for starving bears. And scientists so concerned they're tranquilising hundreds of bears every year for research.
We know for sure that the population here in Western Hudson Bay is certainly having negative impacts from climate change.
I'm now going to look at the wear on the canines.
We'll make alarming discoveries. Bears shot as they charged at tourists.
Very well consumed. It's
Bears
not a big bear,
that haven't survived.
been handled before.
And we'll join rangers as they scare off menacing bears. Witness the confrontation between famished bears and huskies. And watch a family of bears evacuated from an Arctic town. The future of the ice bear, as we're about to discover, is literally on thin ice.